Imagine giving 6 years of loyalty, sharing a life and even a cat, only to find out that the person you trusted the most had been living a double life for months. This is my story, and I am still trying to process it. My ex-girlfriend and I were together for 6 years and had been in a long-distance relationship since 2022 when I moved away for work, and she stayed behind to finish graduate school. We made it work. I visited her during breaks and summers. She flew out to visit me occasionally, and we shared custody of our cat 50-50. Last December, I relocated even farther away for a new job, and she stayed in her city working in her graduate research laboratory. Her graduate housing expired, so she moved into a new apartment in January while I settled into my new state. We continued regular video chats, and I was planning to see her this summer. A few weeks ago, I offered to fly her to visit me for her birthday. She kept refusing, saying it was too far. I then insisted on flying to her city instead, and only then did she admit that another man had asked her out for her birthday. Despite that, she still let me come, and I celebrated her birthday with her and gave her gifts. But things felt off. She did not allow me to visit her new apartment, and I started to suspect something was wrong, though I thought maybe she just wanted to break up or had recently started seeing someone else. After I returned home, I connected the dots and finally confronted her. That was when she admitted the truth. She had started looking for a new boyfriend as far back as last December and had been talking to this man online. They moved in together in January as roommates in a 2-bedroom and had been regularly meeting in a physical relationship since. But during this entire time, she continued to video chat with me every 2 to 3 days, often daily, always taking calls in her own room and answering immediately. She even met up with me in May and again in July when I visited. I only became suspicious because she refused to let me drop her off at her apartment. When I confronted her, she said she had given me hints, like posting travel pictures where someone else took the photos. But those were not hints, just vague lies. For example, I asked what the trip was about, and she said she traveled 2 weeks earlier and was just posting late. If I had not insisted on seeing her for her birthday, she probably would have kept the entire situation hidden still. She told me, "I wanted our relationship to fade away." But to me, fading away is not the same as cheating or secretly starting a whole new life with someone else. Some extra details that still shock me. After telling me about the other man when I just came back to her, she still asked me to buy her a new iPhone for her birthday. I did it, thinking maybe the situation was not as bad or still fixable. The man she is seeing currently has a girlfriend. She is waiting for him to break up with her. The man knows I exist, but I do not know how she describes me. As her ex, brother, classmate? I understand now that our long-distance relationship was not sustainable, especially since we had no concrete plan to live in the same place. But what hurts the most is not the breakup. It is the deception. She could have broken up with me or at least told me the truth when things changed. Instead, she hid everything and literally started a new life with someone else behind my back. This whole situation has left me numb. I do not even have tears left. I just needed to share this story. Maybe for closure. Maybe so it does not sit inside me forever. It feels like a trauma I will carry with me for life. I got my closure as I found the man information and email from social media. They are very obvious, I just looked that way. And I sent him a letter to thank him for taking care of my ex-girlfriend. I began dating in 2019. When I moved in 2022 for my first teaching position, we began a long-distance relationship. Over the years, I continued to return during summers to be with her, and I also flew her out to visit when possible. Last December, I moved even farther away for a new position. Around that time, she began seeking a new relationship, though I was unaware. From what I understand, you and she had already begun dating abroad, and after your return, the two of you moved in together. Meanwhile, she and I continued to have regular video calls, and because she always called from her room, I never suspected another person living there. When I returned in May to move our cat to my new home, I asked if I could visit her apartment. She declined, saying her roommate would be uncomfortable having a man over. I assumed this meant her roommate, who was you, was a woman. On my most recent visit, she finally revealed that you exist and that you have been dating for some time. Despite that, I spent a meaningful week with her, celebrating her birthday and spending time with her. We did not become physically intimate, as I understood your relationship and respected that you are now her priority. After I returned from that trip, I began putting the pieces together and realized the truth. When I confronted her, she confirmed that the relationship with you began in December. I was devastated to learn this so suddenly, having been unaware until just a few days ago. In the aftermath, I went through stages of grief, shock, then a sense of hope, which led me to try to win her back. That is why she was emotional on some recent nights when we spoke. I apologize for causing her distress and for any disruption I may have caused to your life together. Now I understand clearly that she is deeply in love with you and ready to move forward more officially in this new relationship. I am stepping away from what turned out to be a one-sided attachment and letting go of someone who was once the most important person in my life. We faced many challenges during our long-distance relationship, but I remained committed because I came to recognize how brilliant, graceful, and caring she is, not only as a partner but as a cat mom and as a future professor. From what she has shared about your personality and from your professional profiles, I can tell that you are a kind and capable partner. Your shared research interests and proximity on campus will, I imagine, bring even more strength to your bond. I wish both of you great success in your careers, especially in your upcoming job searches. This transition has been painful for me, sudden and deeply personal, but I know that life moves forward. Please continue to care for her with patience, honesty, and love. She is truly special, and to both of us, someone remarkably beautiful in every way. Thank you for being there for her. I sincerely wish you both a fulfilling future together, both as confidants and, eventually, as family. If you have been through something similar, how did you handle the feeling of betrayal and closure? Would you confront again, completely cut ties, or focus only on moving forward? Your advice could really help someone stuck in this same situation.